Yo, what is up, guys? It's your boy Ashley the Cat. Welcome back to the channel for week 2 of the Major League Pokemon League. I mean, I guess it's just MLP, not MLPL, but whatever, man. I'm super excited again, as I said, to be in this league. We're 0-1 right now, but we're looking to pick up a win against the California Gengars, I want to say. This is GG Levitate. And I am really happy with the prep this week. I've got Z Sunny Day, Arcanine, Scarf Raikou, pretty standard Mamoswine, Choice Banded. I have Mega Aggron, which is Flames. It's got heavy slams, stealth rocks, you know, fairly typical Mega Aggron set. I've got Jellicent, running a pretty standard defensive Jellicent set, and Lucario, which is the absolute heat. I'm super excited to be bringing this Lucario set. Hitmontop runs Train through my team, so I definitely wanted a way to counter it. And looking at his team and my team, one of his only really good checks to Lucario on the switch is Hitmontop. So I'm running Adrenaline Orb to give me that +1 speed after the Intimidate, and a special Nasty Plot Lucario. So I throw it in after one of my Pokemon gets taken out, hit the Nasty Plot. Hopefully the Hitmontop comes in and activates my speed boost, giving me +2, +1 in one turn. And I'm super excited to see how that plans out. I did some Adrenaline Orb shenanigans with Bisharp earlier in the year in a different league. So we'll see if Lightning can strike twice. I'm going to go ahead and hit play here. He's going to lead off with this Hitmontop, since, as I said, it does absolutely run Train on my team as well as Diggersby. And I'm going to lead with Mamoswine to kind of make him think that I'm a Stealth Rocks Mamoswine. But I don't really want to stay in here. I'm just going to switch out to Jellyfellow, because Jellyfellow walls Hitmontop very, very well. I expect him to switch out here, so I think I make a switch as well. He's going to go out to Tangrowth, and I'm going to switch right out into Arcanine. No, I'm sorry. I Will-O-Wisp. That's horrible. That's horrible remembering. But I'm going to go ahead and Will-O-Wisp this Tangrowth, because Tangrowth with knockoff and stuff is a little worrisome. Not like dangerous, but I rely a lot on my items this week, so I'm really not trying to get knocked off with any of my Pokemon and be low health with that as well. I switch in Aggron to the Leaf Storm, which it takes surprisingly well. I am fully specially defensive, and right here I'm just going to take the opportunity to set up the Stealth Rocks. I figured he would be switching. There's not a whole lot more he could do to me after the special attack drop, so I'm going to go ahead and drop the Stealth Rocks. I'm going to switch into Jellyfellow here to stop him from rapid spinning and maybe try to keep these rocks up, as well as wall Hitmontop. But he's going to go ahead and reveal that he's got Foresight, which is a really good prep. He's going to go ahead rapid spin all over me. I really like that. I remember posting in the chat, I was just like, that's clean. I really like that. But no matter, as I go ahead and get the Will-O-Wisp off on the Hitmontop, neutering another, well, it's definitely more potent than Tangrowth. It's a very potent offensive threat, and it's now neutered with the burn. So I know there's not really a whole lot I can do to this Tangrowth, and I expect him to switch into Tangrowth, so I'm going to double out into my Arcanine. That's what I was thinking about earlier. I'm sorry, guys. And we're going to go ahead and Intimidate. So he really has absolutely zero reason to stay in right here. And I'm going to double out into my Mamoswine, expecting him to go either Diggersby or Aerodactyl, which, as you can see here, he goes Aerodactyl. So I'm really happy with how I'm playing in this game so far. I'm making lots of really good predictions. Here I'm going to go for the knockoff to get rid of this Aerodactyl's item, because I figured it would switch and I would be able to knock off something. Unfortunately, the Stone Edge does miss. I'm not sure how much damage it would have done, but it's nice to get rid of that item. And now I assume he's going to switch again, because he doesn't want to lose his Aerodactyl on another roll. So I'm going to go ahead and hit knockoff again. I do get the crit. I don't think it would have done that much damage on Hitmontop without the crit, but it gets rid of the leftovers, which are fantastic. So this Hitmontop is really kind of taking the beating. it's burned. It's lost its item. It absolutely cannot do anything to this Jellicent. This Jellicent, I've switched to Jellicent in like 6 or 7 times, and it's still at 100% health. I'm very confident in my prediction game at this point, and I'm trying not to get ahead of myself. I don't want to rush my win cons or make a decision that would put me in a bad play. I could have tried to double there, but I didn't know what he would double into, so I just decided to throw off a Shadow Ball. It seemed like the safest option to me. I'm going to go ahead right here and switch into my Mega Aggron and maybe try and get up rocks again, because I know that this thing, I could live a Leaf Storm definitely now because I'm no longer ground type, and if this Tangrowth tried to knock off, which it did, it wouldn't really knock off anything because I have my Mega Stone, because I really cannot afford to lose my item on any of my other Pokemon. I'm just going to try and drop the Heavy Slam here. This would have done major damage to just about anything that came in, and even does 38 to Talonflame on a resist. So I feel like my Jellyfellow walls this Talonflame fairly well, as he's going to go ahead and hit the Swords Dance. So here I'm just going to fire off a Scald, and he uses Natural Gift. I'm not sure what kind of Natural Gift that was, but I really like the tech. He definitely thought about that Jellicent coming in, but it doesn't matter. I live the +2 Natural Gift, fire off a Scald of my own, and take out the Talonflame. His Jellyfellow grabs a little bit more HP. So at this point, it's 6 and 5, and this Diggersby comes out. I look at my team and realize that not a single Pokemon on my team can take an Earthquake. So I go ahead and sack off Jellicent. I'm going to go into my Mamoswine here, and fearing the Scarf, I decide to go ahead and hit Ice Shard. I probably could have Icicle Crashed, because I don't think he's Scarf, but at the time I wasn't sure, and that's not... Scarf Diggersby would have absolutely ended my team, so I really had to go for Ice Shard there. I am Choice Banded. It did have a chance to do some pretty solid damage. So now he's going to go straight out into Manaphy. And here I decided to switch out into Raikou. I'm sorry guys, I'm horrible at pronouncing. I'm just going to call it Future. I still had to switch out into Future because I know that it can take a Surf or an Energy Ball or anything weird that this Manaphy's trying to throw down. And Diggersby being his only ground resist, I'm pretty much safe to throw off... I'm sorry, since Diggersby is his ground resist, I throw off the HP Ice knowing that it hits Tangrowth as well as Diggersby much more than Thunderbolt would in Tangrowth's case, because it doesn't hit Diggersby at all. So after seeing how pathetic that damage was, I decided to switch out here into Arcanine, get another Intimidate off on this Tangrowth. I know I can't be knocked off with my Arcanine either because it is my Zmon, and he actually makes a really good play there and switches into his Manaphy, giving him pretty much a free turn to do something. He is going to set up the Surf here. I think that if he had maybe done something else, like if he has a boosting move or something, that's what I would have expected, but he went ahead and went for the Surf. So I'm just going to sack off Aggron here because I don't really want to take damage on any of my other Pokemon on the switch in, especially since I'm not sure which ones can and can't do good work. So here I'm going to send in Lucario and click Nasty Plot, and boom, just according to plan, we get the speed boost, we get the attack, we get the special attack boost, and Yoshimitsu is coming in flying. That boy's about to throw some serious hands. I'm gonna fire off a Psychic here and just go ahead and blow this Hitmontop back after the Mop Punch. I was really glad to see this thing go because it means that Mamoswine is gonna have a much easier time kind of roaring through this team. And yeah, I mean, I have nothing bad to say. At this point, it's 4-3, and it's looking very seriously in my favor, as I'm getting a pretty good sweep here. Tangrowth is going to go for the Hidden Power, which does enough to 2-hit KO me, but I 2-hit KO as well. He makes the really smart play here, switches out into Diggersby, get that Regenerator health back up on the Tangrowth, and just go ahead and sack the Diggersby. It does a lot of work to my team, but since it isn't Scarf, it is outsped by almost everything, so... it's not really a whole lot he could do. That was a good sack on his part, because now it allows him to bring back in this Tangrowth, live the Aura Spear that I'm about to throw out, and go ahead and knock me out with the Hidden Power. So Lucario set worked very well. My boy Yoshimitsu coming through with the work, got 2 kills, and at this point it is 3-2, and I'm a little not worried, but I still have to play smart. He's got a Grass and a Water, and I have a Fire, a Ground and Ice, and a Electric type. So I'm gonna go ahead and hit the Z Sunny Day here, give me that +1 speed boost and give me that extra damage, because you know it's all about damage. And I'm gonna go ahead and lay down a Flare Blitz right here just to get rid of this Tangrowth. I thought about using something else in case he wanted to switch into the Manaphy for whatever reason, but I think sacking the Tangrowth here is just a smart play because I take a little bit of recoil damage. I'm hovering at about 50%. I am at +1 speed in the sun, but as you'll see here, this Manaphy is going to go for Z Rain Dance. Basically, doing the same thing. Not before I can hit a wild charge though. The +1 speed was important because it allowed me to get that wild charge off, and yeah, it did some good damage. It got it down to 38%. I hit the E speed, get it down to 12, and that puts me in a great position. I think that with Scarf Raikou, I still outspeed. Gonna go ahead and hit a Thunderbolt and snag my first win in the MLP, which is super exciting because this is a good league. I watch all these people that are playing in this league, and I was very intimidated coming in, and it feels so nice to get my first win under my belt, especially a win that went so well. I felt like I kind of played out of my mind there. This is one of my favorite battles I've had, even more than my 5-0 and some of my other games, just because I truly kind of felt in control this entire battle. The prep was fantastic. Shout out to Eric for really going above and beyond on all the prep for these games. I'm really starting to get into the style of his team building, as you can tell. Last week I was a little rough around the edges, but this week it clicked with me. And I really like my team so far. But that's enough of the ranting and rambling. GG Levitate. And I hope y'all like, subscribe, and comment. Let me know what's up. Show me the love. And hopefully I'll see y'all next time. Y'all have a good one.